Hello everyone, it's Scott and we're back on the Caffeinated Gamers YouTube channel, and today we're going to be looking at Golgari Midrange, and this is the deck played by Eric Manuel Lopez Mosulto at the Magic the Gathering Showdown Series, which is in essence the regional championship for Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean. And he won that tournament with this deck, so we'll take it out and see how it performs on best of 3 in Standard. So what's in the deck? So his deck contains 20 creatures. We've got 4 Caustic Broncos. We've got 3 Graveyard Trespassers, 3 Hostile Investigators to, in essence, gain some card advantage by requiring the opponent to discard a card or we draw a card. We've got a Sheoldred. We've got 4 Mosswood Dreadknights, again, card advantage and a recurring threat. We've got 1 copy of Tranquil Frillback in the main deck. And Tranquil Frillback is important because you can pay additional mana, additional green mana in particular, to destroy an artifact or an enchantment, exile an opponent's graveyard, or to simply gain 4 life. All of those abilities are really helpful in the deck because they can really target something that the opponent is using that will be significant in the game. We got 1 copy of Aclazotz Deepest Betrayal, and the lifelink ability there is really important to us. And again, Aclazotz also, when it attacks, forces the opponent to discard a card. We also have 3 copies of Glissa Sunslayer, and Glissa can destroy, when Glissa attacks and does damage to an opponent, she can allow you to draw a card, lose a life, destroy an enchantment, or remove 3 counters from target permanent. So even if we're dealing against a deck that's using Urabrask Forge, we can take the counters off of the Forge to reduce its power against us in a game. All right, we're also playing 2 copies of Liliana the Veil. Again, ability to force the opponent to discard cards and destroy creatures if we need that ability. We've got 3 copies of Duress, again, to remove things from the opponent's hand that could be problematic. We've got 1 copy of Gix's Command, 3 Cut Down, 1 Bitter Triumph, 4 Go for the Throats. In our mana base, we've got 4 Blooming Marsh, 4 Swamps, 1 Forest, a Boseiju who endures, 3 Cavern of Souls, and we'll see this used in a variety of ways in the gameplay. And the way I see Caverns of Souls in this deck is whatever is in your hand, you want to make sure that the opponent cannot counter. That's what you're going to put it on. We've got 4 Deathcap Glades. We've got 4 Llanowar Wastes, 4 Restless Cottage, and 1 Takenuma Abandoned Mire. And really, if you look at the contents of the deck, I think one of the things that's really strong about this deck is it has a lot of hand disruption for the opponent. So as you're playing this deck, that's going to be one of the big things you're thinking about and looking at is how can I disrupt the hand of my opponent so that I can prevent them from playing the game they want to play. In the sideboard, we've got 1 copy of Hostile Investigator, another copy of Tranquil Frillback, 2 additional Liliana the Veil, another Gix's Command, an additional Duress, an additional Cut Down, 2 Tear Asunder, and this is specifically to deal with artifacts because outside of this we don't have anything that directly will kill an artifact. We have 1 Nissa Ascended Animist, okay, if we're playing in a situation where we really need to be able to push damage through. 3 Path of Peril to deal with the Boros Convoke decks, and 2 Unlicensed Hearse to deal with graveyard problems that we might encounter in games. And that's the deck. And based on the gameplay footage, I think you'll see the power of the deck in the gameplay, and I look forward to talking to you about that at the end of the video. So let's dive into Golgari Midrange. All right, we're playing the Golgari Midrange deck that won the Central American Regional Championship, and we're on the play, and we've got a pretty good opening hand, so we'll stick with it. Okay, playing our Restless Cottage, and we'll get down. Okay, we got Blooming Marsh, so we'll get our Caustic Bronco. Play off the Beanstalk. we're going to go ahead and just attack here. Okay, we get another land off of Caustic Bronco, which is big. I'm going to play Liliana to try to get some stuff into the graveyard that
something suspicious.
Graveyard Trespasser can eat. So hopefully we get something that we can eat here. Nope, well, they get it up the beanstalk. That'll work for us. And we'll keep plussing the Liliana as we go. Okay, and opponent scoops it up. Okay, must not have gotten very much. So we're going to definitely bring in the Duress. We'll bring out our cut downs because they probably aren't playing anything that matters in that area. So we've got stuff that can deal with Atraxa already in the deck with the Bitter Triumphs and the Go for the Throats. So I think I'm going to leave the rest of it as it is, and we'll see what they do on the backswing. Okay, going to game 2, playing Golgari Midrange. Okay, another decent opening hand. We'll stick with it. And the hand is getting better as we go. Okay, they play another up the beanstalk on turn 2. We'll play our Blooming Marsh. Okay, they're going to play the Cornucopia. So that's actually not good for us. So we're going to get Glissa down right away so we can at least try to take out the up the beanstalk removal spell. So that's good for us. Oh, I should have. That was a minor mistake by me. I should have went ahead and saddled. Okay, now they've got a really good draw there. So they're going to be able to wipe us out here. Okay, so if they get rid of their second one, which is not bad for us at all. Okay, so we're going to play Boseiju here. And we're going to play an Investigator, because they're going to have to discard a card, and get an Investigate token out of that. Okay, they get rid of their Boseiju. I mean, I guess I should have probably used our Boseiju to kill their Cornucopia, because that is a problem for us. Let's see what they're going to do here. We'll attack with Investigator. Okay, let's commit some crimes. Get rid of Sunfall. Get rid of Herd Migration, because we don't want them, but they're getting close to being able to play Herd Migration. And yes, they can play Leyline Binding, and that's okay. Next turn we'll bring some things in that'll do some damage against that. And we'll leave our Go for the Throat up and then Investigate on their turn. Okay, they're digging, so we'll probably dig 2. We'll activate one of them. Okay, we get a Graveyard Trespasser. And that. Let's take a look at their bin. Okay, nothing great there. We'll use another Hostile Investigator. Again, the point here is to try to get cards out of their hand as quickly as possible. Okay, so we'll get another Investigate token. Go to their turn. Okay, they do have, yeah, and that's what I was really concerned about, was that they'd get a Herd Migration. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Sheoldred here, and I know I'm going to block and we'll do some damage, but we can at least pick off 2 of the 4 that they have. Okay, and we get another Investigate token. They do take 2 more damage from Sheoldred. Okay, they don't attack. Okay. I'm going to Liliana here. And again, the idea is let's get as many cards out of there. Let's keep their hand shallow as possible and let Sheoldred do his thing.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my
And they scoop it up. Alright. Showing the power of the discard effects of Golgari Midrange. Alright, we're playing Golgari Midrange that won the Central American Regional Championship. Opponent's going to go first. Because we've got Caustic Bronco, I'm going to go ahead and keep this, even though it's a kind of a risky keep here. Okay, play that, leave Swamp so we can have Cut Down up. Okay. Play our Caustic Bronco on turn 2. They could counter this. And they do have a Make Disappear. Okay. And we'll go for Graveyard Trespasser next turn. Okay, we'll use Cavern of Souls on human to guarantee its arrival. Getting around that. Counterspell possibility there. Okay, opponent herd migrates. So it's possible they're also playing the 4 or 5 color Atraxa deck. They're going to Memory Deluge on their turn, which is good for us. Because that means our Graveyard Trespasser definitely is going to get through for some damage. We'll play Deathcap Glade. We'll go to combat and attack. We'll get rid of their Memory Deluge. And then we'll play our Caustic Bronco and leave up our Go for the Throat, just in case they play something we need to get rid of. But we haven't seen any white mana yet, so this may be some variant of it. Okay, they're going to play Deadly Cover-Up. So, we've got our creatures, so a little bit of bad luck there. And they're going to get rid of Graveyard Trespasser. So we're going to get a card out of this, at least. Okay, we get another land. Alright, we get a Glissa. Glissa's good. Be nice if we could get one of our Restless Cottages. But opponent is doing a very good job of just being able to get rid of everything. We're going to wait until they set the top of the library, and then we'll kill Hitasugo. Alright, we'll kill it right now. And then based on what's there, we'll take some damage, which is Breach the Multiverse. And they get to play the Breach, which is even worse. So I screwed that one up. I should have just killed Hitasugo before, because now they just win the game. Yeah, they got it. Nothing we can do in that one. That's just a broken card. I mean, Hitasugo is so broken. I'm going to bring in my graveyard removal cards. And we know now from looking at what they've got, they're mostly playing, they're playing probably the only creature is Hitasugo. So I'm going to take out the cut downs, bring in Duress, bring in Liliana, bring in Investigator. Okay, so we got to get rid of 4 cards here. Trespasser helps us in this situation. I'm going to get rid of a Glissa. I'll get rid of one of these, and I'll get rid of a Caustic Bronco. And we'll run it back. hopefully we can get something going early before they can start removing everything. If we can't, then it's going to be another blowout win for them, because if they can get Hitasugo down. But I made a mistake there by not just, yeah, now we're going to have problems here. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to put Sheoldred on the bottom, and that's awful, but I think it's the right decision. We're going to go immediately to Duress, try to get rid of whatever they've gotten here. Get rid of their Breach. They've got their Hitasugo for turn 5, so we've got to go quickly to have any likelihood of winning here. Okay, so they're leaving up that, but I'm just going to choose Phyrexian. We'll get our Glissa down. And now Glissa can hopefully do some work for us. Alright. We'll draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and Duress with the idea of forcing them. Okay, we'll get rid of their Jace. We've got a Bitter Triumph that we can use on Hitasugo, but now they've got 2 Hitasugos. So we're in pretty bad shape here at this point. Okay, good. We get a land. This is going to get countered, but that's okay. And I should have probably not done anything. We'll draw again. Okay. And Hitasugo is going to be down and is going to be successful. Okay. That's actually good for us in this situation, because the fact that they didn't play Hitasugo there is really positive for us. Alright, so they don't have a counter spell. So I'm going to go ahead and use Liliana here. And we'll plus Liliana.
Right? And you think you can
and we'll
win.
get rid of the Dreadknight. Okay, so they can hit Asugo here, but the good news is that we can take it down. Yeah, Duress. See what they have. Okay, so we get rid of Memory Deluge. This is going to hurt because I'm going to get rid of Glissa, but
You won't be outsmarted.
I feel like getting rid of one of those kind of plays into our hand here. So we'll see if they play it. Okay, they don't. I'm not sure what they're doing here. We'll get rid of our Bitter Triumph in this case. And then we can start eating Hitasugos right now. So this has gone pretty much almost as well as we can have hoped for it at this point. And they are going to make a shuffle, which is awesome. So that means our Sheoldred gets off of the bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay, so they can Memory Deluge here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and attack because we know they don't have anything. Okay, so we're going to force them into the Memory Deluge situation. So they're going to get 2 cards here. Probably 2 that they want, but hopefully when we force them to discard here in a second, it's a good one. Okay, great. We get Cottage. And we'll play Dreadknight. And we'll plus Liliana. Get rid of one of those cards.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Okay. And then next turn, okay, they're going to be able to herd migration. Okay, we're going to Cavern of Souls. Let's go human this time again. We're going to -6 Liliana. And they scoop it up. Okay, so that was perfect. Getting Liliana, just keeping her going, was really, really powerful in that situation. And I'm just going to play it back. Because Liliana played a huge role in that. She made them discard like 4 cards. And then when we were able to -6 her, she's going to get rid of half of their stuff. So really powerful use of Liliana there. Okay, don't have a great opening hand, but because we've got some card draw, I'm going to go with it. Okay, and they're sending a Jace to the bin. Okay, there's a chance that they'll have a counter spell here. So I'm just going to say human. I'm going to play the Dreadknight to try to move some quick damage for us. Okay, they herd migrate, get some life, get a land. Okay, and that leaves us in a pretty good situation here. I'm going to go ahead and attack first. And then go ahead and Graveyard Trespasser. Get rid of Jace. Opponent's going to draw a couple cards and discard a card. Okay. When they discard a Throne, that actually would have been a good card against us. Okay, and they're going to play the end on that one. So they're going to get rid of all my Graveyard Trespassers. This actually is not bad for us because now I can play Unlicensed Hearst and not worry about it. I'm going to Duress first, see what I can get out of their hand. Okay, they had a Deadly Cover-Up. Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and Hearst here, and we will go ahead and get rid of Thrun and Deadly Cover-Up, just in case any of them might bring them back. And this is going to get killed on my turn, but that's okay, because again, it's going to come back to us and be able to play it again, because I'll probably destroy tap creature here. Okay, they're playing it on. And those are both sorceries. So we'll play that. We'll go ahead and attack again. Okay. Alright, we'll play Caustic Bronco. Don't have an answer to that. We'll end the turn. Okay, they're going to herd migration. We're going to exile 2 cards from a single graveyard. We're going to get rid of both of the herd migrations here. And we'll be able to push them. Now they got their Deadly Cover-Up. That's just going to destroy creatures, which is fine. Okay, we get another. So we got another go for the throat. We'll play this. We'll crew it. And attack for 4. And we do have 2 go for the throats up, so I get a Thrun. Okay, so it has Indestructible on their turn. Perfect. And play Cavern of Souls again. Play it on Phyrexian. Not that we have a Phyrexian here, but we'll play Liliana. And we're going to minus Liliana to get rid of the Thrun.
Tend to regret it. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
And rather than attack this time, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this Thrun, get rid of the Deadly Cover-Up. Really just try to keep as much of their stuff in the graveyard under control as possible. And then next turn, we'll start plussing Liliana, unless they've got something to kill it. And they don't have any creatures in their mana base. Okay, all right, they scoop it up. They see that we're gonna get that one. All right, so another win. All right, we're playing Golgari Midrange in best of 3 on Arena, and we're gonna go ahead and keep this hand. We've got Caustic Bronco on turn 2, Frillback potentially on 3, or depending on what they're playing, we'll play that later. Because Frillback can destroy an artifact or an enchantment, exile a graveyard, so good things for us. Okay, well, looks like we're playing potentially mono red. Okay, they're going to play their Slick Shot. Attack for 1. Okay, we'll just go ahead and cut it down, get rid of it right now. Okay, they play a second, so we'll do the same thing here. We'll just go ahead and go for the throat it, get rid of it. So really good start for us with killing both of their Slick Shots before they could really even do anything with them. I'm surprised the opponent didn't just plot them and then look for a big turn somewhere. Okay, we're going to play our Hostile Investigator, because that's going to go ahead and force them to discard a card. I'm just thinking about what they're going to do here. And they may have something to kill Hostile Investigator. Okay, they don't. They get rid of a Play with Fire. So another good thing for us. Hopefully we've kind of locked them out of the creatures, because this deck does. Okay, they're playing... Okay, so we know what that is. We know that that is... okay, we know what that is. Alright. That's their little goblin. So we'll play this on humans. Well, let's put it on Phyrexian, because that, we know we've got a lot of that stuff. Alright. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of their... Well, I'm going to go ahead and attack first. And the reason I'm attacking first is that I'm going to go ahead and play my Frillback. I'm going to pay a green mana, and I'm going to pay a second green mana, and we're going to destroy an enchantment, and we'll get rid of a player's graveyard. So we'll destroy this enchantment, get rid of their graveyard. And that's important because with Codebreaker, they need 6 mana to activate it right now because they don't have anything in the graveyard. So we kind of prevented them from activating it on this turn, which is great for us. Okay, we get another Cavern of Souls. We'll put this one on humans. And I'm going to go ahead and kill their Codebreaker here. We're going to just pay the life. And we'll pay the ward cost. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine for us. And the opponent scoops it up. Okay, and that's the power of this mid-range deck, that we're able to really deal with a lot of their small stuff very easily if we get our removal cards. And to me, this is a game where I'm going to bring in the extra cut down. But since they've got a lot of spells in their deck, I'm going to bring an extra Duress in as well. I'm going to take out Gix's command here. And I'm going to bring in the other Frillback. In this case, I'm going to take out a Bronco, take out a Mosswood Dreadknight. And I think that's where we're going to go. But I want to consider, do I bring in the third Liliana? And I think I do in this situation. And then if we're going first next turn, we'll make it a different kind of setup where we'll go ahead and get some potential board wipes in. Okay, we got 2 cut downs to start with. Great opening hand. We'll see what they play. They play Inspire Advantage. Okay, I'm going to play the Blooming Marsh. So if we can kill something here, we will. Okay, opponent plays a second Kumano, faces Aclazotz, and a third one. My goodness. That was a lot of those. Okay, I'm going to play another Blooming Marsh. So with both marshes in play, now I can go ahead and kill one of these and kill potentially whatever they play here. Okay, they're going to play a Slick Shot. And it's going to get 2 counters, and that's really unfortunate for us because I won't be able to just kill it with a cut down, so we're going to need something else. So they're in pretty good shape right now. Okay, we'll play another Blooming Marsh. I'm going to go ahead and play Graveyard Trespasser so that can take out one of their Kumanos. And we'll see what they have in hand at this point. Because if they've got a bunch of good stuff, okay, they got a Forge, okay, and that's not terrible for us because we do have something that can deal with that. Okay, we are going to be pretty low on that, but we can use Tranquil Frillback to deal with that problem. And basically, if they get anything here, unfortunately we're probably dead. So rather than Frillback, and is there any creatures in the graveyard right now? No. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the throat this. Okay, and that can help us a little bit by giving us... I'm going to go ahead and attack, and I'm attacking to gain some life here. And we've got a cut down open, so we can cut down either the Etching of Kumano or something else. Wow, they get a second Forge. Wow, that's really, really powerful. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and cut down the Kumano here. And now I need to really get the Restless Cottage down and going because we're going to need life gain to have any chance of going here. But they probably have this game, unfortunately for us. Pay the extra here. We'll destroy this one. Okay, and we'll hold back at the moment. We know next turn we can play our Restless Cottage. Okay, and they're going to get that flying, so they take game 2. And they just had a really, really powerful draw out there. So hopefully we can slow them down a little bit. Because we had the problems that we did, I'm going to take out a Duress here. We're going to bring in all of our Path of Peril because we know that's going to take out the cards that they need. I'm going to go ahead and I need more direct removal. Since we know they're playing those now, we can bring in that. We'll take down a cut down. Actually, I'm going to take out a Duress as well because it seems like they're playing a lot of creatures. And now what else to cut here? I kind of want to keep the Aclazotz because of the ability to gain life there. So I guess I'll take out a Hostile Negotiator. And one of our Graveyard Trespassers. So we're kind of light on creatures right now, but we've got to have all the removal stuff because they can go so fast that it really, really becomes difficult for us to win the game if we don't get the right removal. Okay, so we've got some removal here. We'll go with this. Restless Cottage, and then Tear Asunder can take out an artifact or an enchantment. And we can also kick it for 4 to take out a creature if we need to. So nothing we can do there, unfortunately. Okay, we'll play Deathcap Glade here. We'll play Liliana, which makes them probably attack Liliana rather than attacking us, which is good. They'll get rid of Swift Spear here, keeping their Slick Shot. But we do have the ability to take it out next turn. Okay. Yeah, and they're going to do that. Okay. And we're still going to focus on knowing that we've got the 2 Tear Asunders here. Okay. I'm going to kick it, get rid of the Slick Shot, knowing that next turn we can just go ahead and kill the Forge. So as long as they don't have a second Forge here, we're in pretty decent shape. Okay, they've got another Slick Shot, which is problematic for us. Okay, and they're getting a really, really powerful draw out. It's just so difficult for us to keep up in this situation. We're gonna have to discard a card here to do this, unfortunately, because I just don't have it. And I'm gonna get rid of the Hostile Investigator, because next turn we're gonna want to play Aclazotz. And hopefully we've slowed him down enough that Aclazotz can stabilize us in the game. Okay, they play a Godric, so we're at 6. Okay, we get another Blooming Marsh. Play Aclazotz. And it's very possible that they just win the game right here if they can kill Aclazotz. You know, and we played a ton of removal, and this is the power of the mono red deck. It's just so fast that even when you get all the right things going, because we didn't get that board wipe we needed, they may be able to run us over. But if they can't get rid of Aclazotz here, the worst case scenario for us is we block Swift Spear or we block Godric. Okay, they're going to go ahead and plot another one. Okay. So the good news for us here is, I'm going to put that on Phyrexian again. The good news for us is that I get to attack with Aclazotz here. So this puts us at 10, and they have to discard a card. Okay, they discard Codebreaker, so they've really done well with their draw out. Okay, we got them back to 10. And we do have a cottage in our mana base, so we're going to be able to play a blocker here. And again, if they can't get rid of Aclazotz, Aclazotz just kind of allows us to continue to gain life and do things. Okay, they're going to play their Slick Shot. So it's very possible that if they have anything that is a permanent, that they can potentially just kill us with damage through Slick Shot and Godric, but we'll see. Opponents having to think, which is good for us. Okay, passing to attack here. Only attacking with Slick Shot. Interesting. So they must have stuff that they can do. Yeah, okay. So now they're going to get us down to 5. Maybe even lower than that. So it'd be really great if we could draw a removal spell here. And we do. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attack with Aclazotz again, get us back up to 9. Again, more importantly, getting rid of one of their cards. And then we've got Cottage as a blocker, and we have a Go for the Throat. So we're kind of stabilizing at this point. We'll see what they've got here. Because obviously we need to take out whatever's going to we're just going to go ahead and kill that. Okay, so they're going to take over. They're going to take my Aclazotz here. And they're out of mana, so that's the good news. Okay, they are going to force, get a card there. So that hurts us a little bit because that helps them a ton. Okay, great. So we're going to attack with Aclazotz here. Force them to get rid of the Afraid. Play Liliana. Kill one of their creatures.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
And they scoop it up. They didn't get anything there. All right, the power of Aclazotz on display there, really being able to just form it up, and that life gain that Aclazotz gave us kept us in the game long enough to win it. All right, welcome back. We're back for the post-game wrap. I went 3-0 with the deck in Diamond for best of 3 play, and I was really impressed with the deck because I really liked how the deck was able to really disrupt the hands of the opponents. Hostile Investigator, Liliana, I mean, you saw us get to a point where we could have Liliana ultimated, and the fact that it was really good on the play but also equally good on the draw leads me to believe that this is a deck that can continue to do well. Now, one of the things I've been also doing in our post-game wraps is, what are we going to lose? Well, from this deck, we're not actually going to be losing much because Cut Down Stain, Duress Stain, Bitter Triumph Stain, Caustic Bronco, Go for the Throat, Mosswood Dreadknight. Really, right now, the only thing that the deck is going to be significantly losing is those Graveyard Trespassers that do have a place to play in games. And then in the mana base, we're going to lose the Boseiju and the Takenuma, and we'll be losing Deathcap Glade. So it'll make it a little bit harder to play the deck, because right now we're really only playing 4 basics with those 4 swamps. We'll have to see how Bloomburrow affects the mana base. But right now, I think this deck is not only well positioned to play now, but I think it's well positioned to play a solid game in the future when we get into Bloomburrow come August. So thanks for watching to the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe to get further content like this throughout Outlaws of Thunder Junction Standard Season, and I will see you next time.